Let's get into it, baby. This is Travel and Bang back again. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games back again for another one. Before we get into it, please hit that like button. It'll boost me up in the algorithms. Definitely helps my channel. Share with family and friends. Definitely share with family and friends. We're going to get into a couple emails that were sent to me. For all those who want to hit me up, got some questions. It's fritz@travelandbang.com. fritz@travelandbang.com. Without further ado, let's get into it. The first question someone wrote me was, "Hello Fritz, this is Michael from Austin, Texas. I'm 22 and I'm still learning the art of attraction, but it's very confusing because every dating lifestyle channel preaches different techniques. In your opinion, what is the golden key for long-lasting attraction when it comes to relationships with women?" Now, you notice he said long-lasting attraction. So I want to hit this real quick. We're going to run into the pickup artist community and these type of strategies. You have to understand the pickup artist community strategies are just temporary. You understand? It's temporary attraction. It's to create attraction with the intent to just, you know what I mean, have a romp in the hay with the woman, you know what I'm saying? Get laid, basically. That's the only focus, you know? But the problem with the strategy a lot of the pickup artist community give is not long lasting, you know what I mean? It's very temporary, you know what I mean? So he said long lasting. The golden key, and I know people are gonna get upset when I say this, one of the biggest golden keys I see a lot of young men are failing at is the moolah, the dinero, the money. Gentlemen, if you are not making a decent enough living, okay, you should not be out here in these streets trying to date any woman. I repeat, if your money ain't right, then and your game ain't tight, you don't need to be out here dating. I know some other dating coaches who make a living. These guys are making a living from you buying their dating programs, and that's fine, you can do that, but just understand there's a reason they're not telling you this, the secret ingredient, okay, of the hot sauce, is you need to get your money right, okay? There's this thing called hypergamy. It's real, you cannot ignore it. Women wanna date on their level, okay, baseline across or up. And if you're not there, you know, you might have stellar golden platinum game, okay? You might get the woman attracted. She might do, you know, the naked Watusi with you in the bed a couple times. But once that hypergamy kicks in, she's probably not going to stick around for long, okay? And don't get me wrong, there's some exceptions to the rules. There are guys out there that came into a woman's life, broke, nothing to show for it. She's the breadwinner, and she basically pays for everything, and they lived happily ever after. I get that. It's out there, it's real, it can happen, but the percentages are very small for you to pull off this type of gigolo strategy. So for real, how many young men that come to me for advice and I ask them, what are you doing? Are you employed? A lot of them, especially the ones in Europe, they have no job, no employment, no want or desire to even hustle or create their own business or a way of earning money. This is a killer. As soon as a woman finds out that you have nothing going for you economically, she's not going to stick around. In today's world, even the ghetto hood rats who are on welfare do not want to date a man who doesn't have anything going for himself economically. You understand? This is just a harsh reality. You asked, what is the golden key to creating long-lasting chemistry? And I know a lot of guys out there in the red pill community, they feel different. A lot of guys in the other communities, they also feel different because they're trying to sell you game. If your game is tight, like tighter than the nun's asshole, the woman, she gonna love you long time, and you don't need no money. You can live in your mama's basement broke, and you can still pick up the finest girls. As I said before, you might be able to pick them up, but once they realize you have nothing to bring to the table and you cannot take them out to a 5-star restaurant and you can't splurge a little here and there. In today's world, these women will not entertain it. So gentlemen, if your money ain't right, I want you to stop everything. I want you to really go online, find the jobs that make at least $100,000 a year, which isn't in today's economic world here in America that much, because our administration is printing so much money, it's watering the dollar down. It is making it really rough for all Americans right now. I'll see you at the ballot during election season, November, people. But that's another subject. Do you understand? This is why, gentlemen, you got to grind. And if you're on the ranking, low ranking bottom, it's okay. You can still try to go out and meet women and try to date. But I would not focus. That's my main point. Don't focus on it. Focus on the money. Get your money right. Then when the money's right, you get your game tight, and then you start approaching women, okay? Also, learn the different values, characteristic traits that you want women to have. Listen, if you don't know beyond a attractive exterior what kind of woman that you're looking for, then I would get a pen out right now and write this down. Kevin Samuels, he should have been an honorary doctor, had an honorary doctor degree. He said the woman needs to be fun, fit, friendly, cooperative, submissive, and ready to go. Think about that. Fun, okay? She's a fun person to be with. She's fit. She's taking care of her body. She's friendly, right? Easygoing. She's submissive and cooperative. You know what I mean? She doesn't have this masculine energy about her where she's trying to bully you and tell you what to do all the time, right? She's submissive and cooperative. You know what I mean? She's willing to listen to what you have to say, and maybe even take into consideration that she should listen to you. She should allow you to be the leader, play the leadership role in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And of course, she's ready to go. Okay? And that could be with anything. That could mean erotically in the bedroom, outside, outdoors, wherever you want to get down. She's ready to go. She's just ready to go, period. She's ready to go on vacation. She's ready. She's down to ride with you. This is the type of woman you should be looking for. Other than that, I would also say a long-lasting relationship. As I said in the other videos, do not rush into relationships, okay? Do not do it. Take 12 months to get to know the woman. Do not just move in with a woman you've only known for a month or 2 months. This is crazy. This kamikaze mentality will be misery at the end for you. You will be in hell. You need to learn who the woman is, and if you're compatible. You should not rush don't let the oxytocin, the love hormone in the brain, don't get drunk on the oxytocin hormone and let it cloud your vision. Take off see, it takes all those months of being around the woman for the oxytocin to wear off. You know what I mean? If you're really into her, and then you can see her for who she really is. And I think you also give her an opportunity to see you for who you really are too. Now, if you really want to spend some quality time and you want to, rush a little bit, get to know each other a little faster, go on a vacation together. Go on a vacation together. Take it down to the Caribbean, the whole full vacation thing, hotel, on the beach. So you can spend a whole week with the woman, you and her, and you can be around each other. And yes, you're gonna do the shebang bang and do all the erotica stuff, sex on the beach, whatever, drunken fun nights. But at the same time, you're gonna be around each other every day, and you're gonna see if you get on each other's damn nerves or not. So a vacation, I would say, is probably a good thing if you want to see if you can have a long-lasting relationship. If you want to have more than just physical chemistry with a woman, that would be an appropriate thing to try to schedule. I know, once again, that's why the money comes into play, because you're going to have to finance it, okay? No woman wants to go on a vacation and then you tell her she got to pay for her own stuff. Gentlemen, if you're one of those guys, just leave the channel. Leave the channel. This is about high value men who got their stuff right, or men who don't. If you don't got your stuff right, you're on the way to trying to get your stuff right. You understand? That's where we're at. Don't be disobedient with the main ingredient, like Pimpin' Ken said. All right. Next question. Hey, Wagwan. This is Don D. I'm a Jamaican man, but I live in London. I wanted to ask if dating app game still works, because I rarely get any matches anymore. I stand 6'2". I'm fit and I make a decent living. A couple of years ago, I used to match with many women, but now I'm lucky if I only get a few matches a month, and most of the women flake out and stop responding after a while, or they unexpectedly unmatch me. How do I counter this drought on the dating apps? Okay, where you was say, brethren, wagwan back. Okay, so the dating apps have changed the whole dating landscape. Gentlemen, are you listening to me? The dating apps, the swiping dating apps, have screwed up all of dating. Okay, you notice the difference when they just had regular dating websites, just websites. You had to go from profile to profile, take your time, look at her photos, read some of her bio, and this was also a fast food type of mentality of trying to get to know somebody. But the swiping apps had made it bad for all of us, because now it's turned you into a fast food hamburger menu. So you noticed when he said he used to connect with a lot of women on the dating apps. Yeah, in the beginning, before there was billions of people using the swiping dating apps, Tinder, Bumble, all the other ones, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't that bad. But as more and more people come in the room, so to say, right, becomes like the October beer tent, Oktoberfest beer tent type of theory, where once you get like 100 people crammed in a tent and they're all drinking beer and they're all screaming and yelling and there's music playing, you can't hear what the person's saying across the beer tent. And it's the same thing. The women are being bombarded with so many other guys, swipe, that a lot of them are they're always gonna see the BBD, the bigger and better deal. They're always gonna see some other guy who they find more attractive than you, and they're just gonna move on. They're gonna unmatch you, they're gonna lose interest. And then, as I discussed also, you have to understand, these corporations who own Tinder, Bumble, all the major swiping dating apps, they have a lot of AI bots on the apps. Did you know that? That sucks, right? You could be matching with a woman who's not even a real woman, okay? Yes, and AI bots are real on these dating apps. So you could be basically chatting it up with a person that's not a real person. And this is why we gotta get away from the dating apps. You can use them, but don't lean on them as the only way to meet women, okay? We gotta turn our backs on it. We gotta get to face-to-face interactions. Go to meetup.com. Start going to these meetups, trying to meet different women at different group meetings, join clubs, do anything you can do to go out and do a face-to-face. Now, most men have lost the ability, unfortunately, to just drop it like it's hot and know what to say socially. I'm gonna give you the key to the city on this one, okay? This works every time. In the grocery store, at the bar mitzvah, at the house party, at the clubs, no matter where you go. You see a woman you like, gentlemen, you walk up to her and you do a case of mistaken identity. Excuse me, is your name Amy? The one from the film council? The film council, you know what I mean? The film festival council for the Sundance Film Festival. Now she's gonna look at you, she's gonna be confused, whatever you're gonna say, right? She's gonna be like, huh? And you wanna say something obscure. You wanna say, like I said, like the film council for the Sundance Film Festival, right? Now she already hears that and she thinks like, wow, this guy must be an interesting guy. He's mistaken me with a woman from some type of film festival council. What's going on? Okay, this is just an example, okay? But when she hears that, now she's gonna answer, no, I'm not. No, I'm not that person. Now you've opened the door, you cracked the ice, you've already, that little timeline, that little couple seconds of introduction, and you say, oh, well, hey, I'm glad to meet you anyway. My name is so-and-so. What's your name? And then you forget the whole mistaken identity thing and you roll with it. You know what I mean? And that's why I told you to have a business card. That's why, gentlemen, I told you to have a business card. Pull out the business card, give it to her and say, hey, you know what? I know you got things to do. I got things to do. Hit me up. Add me on WhatsApp or text me regular. It doesn't matter. Hit me up. Let's meet up sometime. You leave the ball in her court. And that's how you do it. But please, going back to the dating apps, you gotta leave the dating apps alone. You got to. There's too many AI bots on there, and you're just another face on the menu of 1,000 to 1,000,000 other men in your city. Okay? Please watch yourself. Be mature. Check with all the women that you date that they're into what you're into. If they're not into what you're into, if they're not into you, au revoir, move on, find another one. This has been another one. Asombroso.
It's on. I said